Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, for today's episode, what we're going to be doing is, doing part 1 of however many parts this takes of building our house. So, this is the base of it, and I outlined this base of it, so you don't have to see me, make the whole thing, the whole base, because it's really not that boring, or really not that entertaining. All I did is take these 1-meter poles and place them every 4 2-meter horizontal poles to make this pattern of 8 poles on here, 16 poles on in the middle, and 8 on the side. This is going to be like a, ideally 2-story, maybe 1-story, don't know yet, lawn house. And I also made this cart to help me get a bunch of wood to make this. And you see the way it works right now, you just kind of put it on you and bring a bunch of wood around. Also got some core wood, new type of wood introduced. And the benefits of core wood are they are bigger and more structurally sound. So what I plan on doing is having core wood in the middle here as the supports for the house. Or I could do them on the sides. Not entirely sure yet. I'll do them on the middle, on the edges, and on the sides for not the edge. I think it looks interesting. So we need to figure out how that stuff's gonna work. I'm thinking, heck, we'll stick with the 4 pattern. Every 4 one of those, we will put in one of these. It's kind of wacky though. I don't understand why this is being so wacky. So we're gonna be doing this like master strategy called guessing, and say that's good. Seems like a pretty good strat. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And yep, outside the middle. Cool. Okay, that's the 4. Do this super high level technique. Where's the middle? There. I'd say about there. Perfect. Oops. Let's say about there. Perfect. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 more out. Okay, and then off of that, we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, and then these. Boom. Boom. Also, if you're wondering how to get this core wood, it's in the Black Forest. You have to break the super tall trees, the pine trees. Boom. And if I did it right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not connected, whatever. Boom. That should line up, which it does. Let's go. It lines up. Okay, now we're just gonna leave these here. We can take all this wood with us. Alright, now it's time for these floors, which we're just gonna place on the beams, which is the reason that they're outlined like that. And we just try to do this for the entire house, which might use up all my wood. I really don't know. Hope it doesn't. Great. Oh, by the way, you might have noticed these 3 things on the side. ZXC for my food. And now you might also notice this with the ZXC here. This is from a mod called extended player inventory by a creator called Azumat, and I actually have a few of his mods on this world that is in the ground, because he makes a lot of quality of life stuff, and the quality of life doesn't really give you any advantage, it's just helpful. It's like nice to have. For example, I have the one with, well, extended player inventory. I also have one where you can craft from chests and increase their pulling range, which I'm probably gonna have to do next episode, because this cart, doesn't seem to want to be in range. Yeah, he makes a lot of quality of life stuff, which is just nice to have, and that's some of the stuff that I'm using. Okay, I'm gonna sleep so y'all can see back at it. I am going to run out of wood soon. For this episode of the house building, what we're probably gonna do is just the floor and the walls, because holy, this stuff is expensive. Takes 2 floors per thing, and this is an 8x8 area, which takes 64 floors, which takes 128 wood. This area is, crap, 16 by 16. No. 16 by 12. Yeah. Which takes, a lot of floors, which is even more wood. So this is super expensive. We're actually already almost halfway. Not all the way. Almost halfway done with the floors. And it only cost me, like, all of my wood. Yay. There goes all my wood. Oh my god, that almost crushed my cart. It crushed a stump right next to it. I would have been heartbroken if it crushed my cart. Alright, full on weight. Once we're full on weight, you run over here to our cart and just pop our wood into it. Now we go back to chopping. Okay, enough of that. I think we have enough wood to go back to building the house. Oh yeah, that's plenty of wood for now. That might be enough to finish the floor. Who knows? Oh, building this house reminds me, in my modded playthrough with my dad and sister, we are making this ginormous house. And by we, I mean mostly him, but I also pitch in. Because I'm doing other things like streaming, playing other games, and he does a lot of that wood chopping. I guess it's just like busy work. But anyways, the house that we're building is like this main area that I'd say it's roughly this size, like from where it goes in here, and just trying to make a square with that. That's like the middle of the house, Then we have a little pathway going to the second part of the house, which is just a slightly smaller room. Then we have another pathway going to a smaller room. And we have that on 3 sides. So we have it going like, this is the main area, goes that way, and goes that way. And holy crap, it takes a lot of wood. There's a forest area near where our house is, and it used to be if you looked over there, you'd just see leaves and wood, just like this. And there would be like a meadows with some hills behind it. Now, if you look over there, you don't even see trees there. Like, you see some on the edge, just like 1 or 2, maybe 3, but you just see the hill. Because all those trees have been cleared out. Because he's chopping so much of wood. That house is so expensive, but it's so cool at the same time. And justifiable, because we're doing a modded playthrough. Kind of need a lot of space. Oh, by the way, sorry if this episode seems like just a lot of me talking. Because, well, that's what it is. As you might assume, house building isn't that interesting. It's fun for the person who's doing it, but not that interesting to watch, so I'm just trying to make it a little more interesting, you know? These wooden poles are doing a lot more than I thought they would. I thought maybe they wouldn't be, like, perfectly aligned, which they aren't, but, I mean, they're still aligned really well. Especially for it being, like, freehand. This is going a lot smoother than I thought it would. Also, I got my first piece of bronze stuff, which is the bronze axe. And oh my goodness, it's so much better than the crappy stone axe I was using. This thing's horrible. 25 slash damage. This one does 40. Almost doubled. It's just so much better. So much more better. But I am going to run out of wood. A little bit of a change of plans for this episode. We're not going to entirely do the walls because I'm already 40 minutes into the recording, and I've made the floors and some of the support beams. So what I'm gonna do is do most of the walls, like maybe half of the house. Then we do the other half next episode and finish up the support beams and maybe start on the roof. I don't know, I got a lot of stuff to do in between. And while it might not look like I'm making a lot of progress, this house is huge for just a solo player. Especially a solo player who's not even out of the Bronze Age. Oh, this would be a great source of wood. Place this workbench right here. And then we just... break this. And all the wood will just come falling down. These are both red. Oh, there we go. Okay. Nice. And that gave me a solid 42 wood. Sweet. Let's make a station. I like to remember these birch trees are. This is fine wood. You can find wood from these, which you may use for furnitures like that. So fine wood will come in real handy when we're decorating this. Outside work. That's pretty fun. I was going to make decorating the house its own separate video, but now that I think about it, that'd be like 4 parts to building this house. Because one part for the floors, support beams, and a little bit of the walls. The other part for finishing the walls, finishing the support beams, and starting on the roof a little bit. And a third part for, well, finishing the roof, and like doing the final touches and everything. And if I were to also make a part for just decorating the house, that's 4 parts. I upload once a week. I don't want to spend 4 weeks on this house, and I bet you don't want to watch 4 weeks of making this house. So we'll stick to 3. And I'll just decorate the house over time after it's all done. I'm also going to add like a backyard maybe, with like a farm, maybe some smelting stuff like that. Which, also, I will not make a video on, because I feel like that's just kind of lame, so you'll just see that stuff slowly start appearing in between videos. I might make like a few comments on stuff, like how stuff works and how I made it, but no like in-depth video like this one. Alright. Time to finish up these floors. Okay, and if it did everything correctly, nothing should be super yellow or anything. It might be like light green like this, which, I mean, that's fine. That'll, not happen, because I'm gonna put core wood along the edges here, following up through the roof. So that'll go away eventually. But as long as nothing's like orange, then perfect execution. Yeah, nothing's orange. Everything is green. Nice. Awesome. Some may even say awesome sauce. Okay, now I want to have like a window here. So we're going to make this type of wall. Like that. Perfect. I'd like to go like a total of 4 walls high. The entire house is going to be 4 walls high. Nice. Okay, that's 3 high right there. Okay, the wall is finished. Just imagine that around the whole thing. And we're gonna use up the rest of the wood to just work on these floors up here. Alright. I'm out of wood. Alright. So boys, I think that's gonna be a wrap for this episode. We've done quite a bit. Made this wall. It doesn't really look that quite a bit. I mean, the floor does, but this stuff doesn't look like quite a bit. But trust me, it is. It is. I'm already like an hour and 10 minutes into the recording. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I gotta get this out by Wednesday. Recording it Sunday at 2 a.m. I gotta do a lot of editing. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. I know it's not the most entertaining thing or active thing. Like, you're not leaning forward in your chair watching me doing this. House building's always going to be tedious, but nothing you can do about that. All you can do is just kind of relax while doing it. So, I hope y'all enjoyed. I stream on Twitch, if I didn't already tell you. But, yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.